Hi guys. So I wanted to film kind of a recap from this week and some homework that I'd like you to work on. Woody is a smart kid. He's a little derpy, which I think you already know. With him, it's about getting him to focus and engage with you when he does get the squirrel moments or does get distracted. When he's locked on, he's really locked on and does a fine job of paying attention and focusing. But he's a little bouncy, a little goofy, a little derpy, where he's like, wee, let's go over here. So here's a couple things that I want you to practice at home to help reinforce what we've been doing. Now, we've been doing a lot of leash working, we've been doing a lot of distraction work, but one of the ways to help him focus is by doing something called name game. So this is where we're actually going to load his name as a command itself. Now, we don't normally practice in one of our larger playrooms, so he's a little unsure of why we're here, but that's also why I have him on leash. So let's talk about name game. Name game is where you're going to call his name only once. You're going to make some kissing noises, some exciting things. You can lure him to a treat if you want to. And what he's supposed to do is sit right in front of you, sit and look. Now, I know with his haircut right now, you're seeing like shaggy bangs at the moment, but the idea is that he's looking up. Now, you get to choose. Are you okay with a little bit of slide, like a 45 angle, or is it right ahead of you? I'm okay with a little slide, but this is where you get to decide what the behavior looks like. So I'm going to just demonstrate it with him on the leash while we're a little extra distracted, but then you can practice when he's off the leash. So I have a couple treats in my hand. I'm going to purposely walk away from him, and I'm going to say, Woody. I'm going to help him out. Yes, good boy. I mark it. I walk away. Woody. Yes, good boy. I walk away. Now I'm going to drop the leash and go, Woody. So see how he's stuck behind me? I'm going to mark it with a negative marker of I'm going to take a step. I'm going to hold out a treat where he can see it. And now I'm going to say, Woody. The leash is dragging, buddy. I know, it's so scary. Sit. Yes, good boy. He gets weirded out by the weirdest things. Sometimes, like, he was weirded out the leash was dragging and making this slight, like, noise. So if we walk away, no, he knows that I have treats and he's really interested in this. So this is where you can have like a handful of treats in your hand. You can also take a treat, toss it, go get it. Ultimately, this is what we want. We want the dog to sit and look at you as a default. And where his name is a leave it, a come, a sit, a focus, all rolled into, yes, good boy, a Woody. Purposely turn your back to him, Woody. And see how he's kind of stuck behind me? I'm going to mark it, Lure him in front, yes. Give him a treat. He really can't catch either. I'm so sorry. But these are commands that can help get his engagement. Now, the other thing to play on or practice on is play disengagement. This is same as name game, but this is going to help when he gets overexcited, when he gets really goofy, to help him focus. So what you're going to do is you're going to play with him. Are you not going to play with this today? No, you're not going to play with that today? What about this other toy? Let's try this. Oh, are you so excited? Oh, are you so excited? Oh, are you so excited? Get it. Oh. Good boy. Yeah. Okay, well, he's not interested at the moment, but what you're going to do is you're going to get him excited with that toy, and then you stop, and you're going to call his name, Woody. And the idea is he stops what he's doing, he sits, and he gives you that attention while you have the toy. And then you go, yay! And go back to crazy play. Woo! So excited! Yeah. You can honestly do it with crazy paws, you know, when he's doing his dance. And then you can say, Woody. Woody. Yes. And then go back to crazy play. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a good boy. Oh my goodness. Woody. Come on. Woody. Yes. Good job, buddy. And then you're done. So you can do it during play. You can do it during distractions. The idea is that he's supposed to stop and check in with you. Now, the other piece of this is the leash walking. Now, I've been working with him on a slip lead, and I would recommend, honestly, probably using a slip lead with him. He takes correction very, very well. And why I like these is because dogs learn by the release of tension and tension in and of itself. So when it's on him, you still should be able to stick 2 fingers underneath. This piece right here just helps it from slipping down his neck. Up here is where we want the slip lead. Down here is not. Down here is where you get the trachea and you get the noise. Up here, there's a lot more muscles and ligaments, so it's a lot more safe on their neck. When he smiles and just his like derpy like, hello, with his ears. So when this is on, when you're walking, it's nice and loose. When he is pulling, when he's being distracted, you're just gonna go, hey, focus. It's literally a half a second focus. Tug and release. Dogs learn by the release of tension, then tension in and of itself. So, Woody. Yes, come on. All the way. Sit. Good. Hi. Now, I don't know if you guys deal with this at home, but he does like to play a game of keep away. The biggest thing I can say is working on not doing the chase game. Grab a treat, stick your finger underneath that collar, and then slide on the leash. If we do a chase game, then it becomes a reward of, I get chased, and it becomes a game, and we don't want that game to happen. So you can see why I stopped. I said, come here, and I immediately went for a positive. We're gonna redirect that negative behavior into a positive. So right now you can see, let's see if I can bring this down a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. Not really. So it's right behind his ears, right up here. Yeah, you can kind of see it. This little leather notch just goes down so it doesn't slip too far. And how you are gonna walk with him. Now this is a 6-foot lead. Honestly, you could do a 6-foot or a 4-foot. Doesn't really matter. His right as a dog is to walk right next to you right here. That's what the expectation is going to be. It is a privilege, an earned privilege, to get all 6 feet and to be able to go in front, behind, to the side, doesn't matter. Now there's a few caveats with that. One, if you're walking with the stroller, he can't go in front of the stroller. He'll become a dog pancake. We don't want that. So that's where we talk about his rights as a dog. Now, when you're walking, ideally like your arm to be nice and relaxed to your side, and you can still see there's looseness in this leash. Now this hand is gonna be your anchor hand. The hand that's right next to him is gonna be your talking hand. This is the hand that's gonna give him corrections. It's going to be the hand that drops the leash or pulls it. This is gonna be your active hand. This just is that secondary control. So when you're walking, I'd like to give a let's go or with me, just something to tell the dog, hey, we're walking, let's go. And then he gets to walk with you. Now my arm is relaxed to my side. A lot of times we as humans do this, and that brings a lot of tension in the leash, and it communicates a lot of things we don't necessarily want to the dog. Hi, handsome. So when you have that leash nice and relaxed, let's go. He walks pretty well on it. We'll walk over the street, leave it. Now, you can use leave it in bypassing when he wants to look at something, and if he pulls to behind or to the side of you, you ignore it. Because ultimately there's a natural consequence of, nope, we're going to go this way. Now, I'm keeping him on my right side. With this, eventually we'll learn how to do belt leash, and he gets to choose left or right, as long as he moves behind you and if you're okay with it. I teach dogs how to walk on both sides. I'm not a traditionalist that they always have to be on the left side. What fits your guys' lifestyle better? Yes, good boy. For the most part, he really does well. The only time that he really struggles with is like when we're walking with Annie, who he absolutely loves. Or say like Mochi, the big Malamute. I don't know if you've seen him in pictures. He's another training dog. Woody really likes him because he's like a giant cloud that walks. And that's where it's leave it. Let's keep going. But the key is he has to stay right next to you. He can't get all of this, because when he gets all of this, that's where he gets in trouble, and it's more of the accountability of behaviors on him. Now he's walking phenomenally with me right now, but as soon as I throw a treat, as soon as a dog goes by, so if I throw a treat, leave it, he went for it, right? And that's where it's, nope, Woody, yes, good boy. He has to stay with me, leave it, let's go. Yes. Now he'll nibble, and when I say nibble, he'll like lick your fingers, he'll nibble on the leash, just ignore it, nope. Let's go. So we'll walk past, and if I toss a treat this way, leave it, leave it, nope, nope. Give him just a marker of or nope, and I'm just walking. My feet don't stop. I don't know if you can see his ears, probably not on this video, but his ears go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's his processing speed. Woody, can you sit? Yes, good boy. Woody still works even if he's on the leash. Because it's, hey, I need to sit and focus for default. Leave it, Now we do treats, we do other toys, we do dogs, other training dogs as distractions, but we're gonna build that up to out and about and stuff like that. So next week, fully expect that we're gonna do more field trips. But for this week, I want you to focus on name game, some play disengagement, and how are you working with him on this leash? If you have questions, let me know, but otherwise, great first week for this little dude. We'll go from there.